Imagine having your very own private AI assistant. Like a personal chat GPT or Claude, but it's running securely in the cloud and it's completely under your control 24/7. Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down in this explainer, how you can build one for yourself using a tool called NemoClaw. Now, if you go and look up the official setup, you'll see these promises of a super simple one-line installation. But as this quote kind of points out, the reality of getting this running on a cloud server, well, it's a bit more involved. There are a few extra really crucial steps that the documentation doesn't always highlight. So that really is the big question, isn't it? What does it actually take to go from zero to having a fully functional private AI assistant? We're going to cut right through all that complexity and give you a clear conceptual roadmap so you can see exactly how all the different pieces fit together. Okay, so before we dive into the how, we got to cover the what. We're going to be using three core technologies here. And honestly, understanding what each one does is the key to having that aha moment where it all just clicks. First up, we've got OpenClaw. Think of this as the brain of the whole operation. This is the AI agent itself, the part you'll actually be chatting with. It's your personal assistant, designed to connect to those powerful language models and even hook into your other apps, like Telegram or your email. Next is NemoClaw. And if OpenClaw is the brain, then NemoClaw is its high-tech, super secure office building. It takes that AI agent and puts it inside a completely isolated container, a sandbox. Every single thing it tries to do, whether it's accessing a file or making a network call, has to go through a security layer that you control. You get to approve every visitor and every phone call. And finally, where does this all live? On a virtual private server, or a VPS. This is just your own little piece of a server out there in the cloud. The huge advantage here is that your AI can be up and running around the clock, and you don't have to leave your personal computer on. It's the perfect, affordable home for your project. And speaking of affordable, let's talk about the cost, because the difference is pretty significant. You could run this on an official platform for about $43 a month, sure, but you're really paying a premium for convenience. By setting it up yourself on a comparable VPS, you can slash that cost all the way down to just $10. That's a massive saving for the exact same power, just by trading a little setup time for huge savings and, frankly, total control. So, we know the components. How do we actually put them together? Well, the entire installation can be broken down into a pretty simple 4-step blueprint. So here's our roadmap. Step 1, we get the server online and basically open its digital doors, the firewall ports, so it can accept web traffic. Step 2, we install the software stack. You've got Docker to package it all up, OpenShell to handle security, and NemoClaw to manage the whole thing. Step 3, we use a tool called Caddy to give our AI a nice, clean, secure web address instead of some clunky IP number. And finally, step 4, we connect our AI model by securely adding its secret API keys, which are kind of like passwords for programs. Okay, so we've walked through the setup. Now, let's take a look at the finished product. What does this secure system we've just built actually look like when it's up and running? Let's just follow a single request you make. When you type a message, Caddy grabs it, encrypts it, and sends it securely. Then it hits OpenShell, which acts like a bouncer at a club, checking your request against the security rules you set up. Only after it's been approved does it get passed along to the AI agent, which has been sitting safely inside its isolated sandbox the entire time. This whole setup gives you a huge security advantage. For starters, your secret API keys, those really valuable passwords, are stored completely outside the AI's sandbox, so they can never ever be exposed. Second, everything is denied by default. The AI has to ask for permission to do anything, and you have to explicitly say yes. And finally, because it's stuck in that isolated sandbox, it's like a digital playroom it can't leave. The AI can't touch the rest of your server. You are in complete control. Getting this system up and running isn't really the end of the journey. In fact, it's just the beginning. What we've built here is this incredibly powerful and secure foundation that you can now build all sorts of amazing things on top of. So what's next? Well, you can connect more apps, letting your AI interact with Slack or Gmail. You can define really advanced specific policies, giving it precise permissions for certain tasks. You can even use the dashboard to monitor exactly what your AI is doing in real time. This is where the real fun starts. And that really brings us to the final thought here. You now have the blueprint for a private, powerful, and totally secure AI assistant that is yours to command. The foundation is laid.
So the real question is, what are you going to empower it to do first?